Hi everybody, it's myself, Glasgow Mum Budgets. As you can hear, I'm still a wee bit unwell, but I'm going to get some of the Christmas stuff done. The kids have actually done quite a lot of my wrapping while I've been a wee bit under the weather. But I've left a couple of things that some people would actually ask me if they could see what I do for them, like my hampers, the Christmas Eve packs for the kids, and my dad's chocolate. So I'm just going to get on and I'll get it done, and I'll also try and answer some of the questions that have been asked in the past couple of weeks as well. So for Christmas Eve packs, I had these bags in my stock cupboard, so I'm just going to use them, and I cut some vinyl for them. So you can just watch me do these. I'll do it this way. This might end up being a riot of a video. I'm going to make a mess and moan at myself. Where's my... So how's everybody else's Christmas plans going? This is me more or less finished, thankfully, and I'm off all of next week. So I did start getting some of the Christmas food in as well. Everything's falling at the back of me. I feel a wee bit more accomplished, and I'm doing a Christmas Eve thing just now because I think we might actually have ours early, and we'll keep harping on about it, but my daughter is working, oh shoot, 10 days straight. She starts back work tomorrow, and then that's her until just before New Year. Her work isn't quite close to us, it's actually closer to our fiance's parents, so I think she's actually just going to stay with them so it's not so much travelling for her as well. So I'm not going to see her until the day after Boxing Day, I think. No. One back then. Should I fill it? No, I probably will when it's done. So this is Duncan's Christmas Eve bag. So they don't get, can you even see what I'm doing here? I don't think you can. Right, so that's his Christmas Eve bag. And inside it, he gets his pyjamas. Not Christmas pyjamas this year because, well, they said they didn't want them, and then the mum said they didn't have Christmas Eve pyjamas. So he's got Christmas Eve pyjamas. I made him a tree decoration. They get a tree decoration every year, so that's his one. Got a packet of coated nuts. He's got the pigs and blankets ones. He's got a packet of Galaxy counters and a packet of Galaxy hot chocolate mix. And that's it. Nothing exciting. I don't even wrap it or anything because that's too much hassle. And we're on to the next one. I hope you're seeing this and not me. You've probably seen my legs. Working with vinyl is temperamental at times, and this one doesn't want to come off. I'm actually so nervous doing this. Don't know why. My hands are shaking. They don't come at me with these on the straight because I'm really not caring that much. So one of the questions I was asked was actually kids' names, how I come up with them. It's just kind of... Alex is actually called Amy when she was born. That was the name I picked from I found out I was having her. I just didn't think it suited her. And my kid says to the midwife one morning when they come in, I was like, going to stop calling her that because it just doesn't. I don't like it. And then I was like, I don't know what to call her. I think I was going through all sorts of names and nothing was kind of making me want to call her it. And then I ended up, I decided to call her Alex with an I. My dad's name is Alexander, so it's after my dad. And I just think she really suits it, and she's so much like my dad. It's very fitting that she's named after him. So she got Milky Stars in there, her pyjamas. She's got Boxing Day curry coated nuts. And then she's got the white chocolate, hot chocolate. And then I got her this one. You'll not even see it on here. I actually got this one made for her because I don't do the laser. And it's just a first Christmas engaged bauble. And that's her one done. So that's her name. She doesn't like it anymore. She wishes she was just called Alexandra. But hey ho, it is what it is. And then Duncan is just obviously like my married name wasn't Duncan, but my maiden name is, so he got my maiden name as his first name, and I actually think he really suits his name. It's a strong Scottish name. His whole name is actually a strong Scottish name, but I'm obviously not going to give you his full name. It's very fitting. He was an absolute bruiser when he was born, and it just, everybody's like, it definitely suits that name. So that was his. Other question I was asked was about my tattoos and what they meant. So if you can see them, that one is my star sign, that's Capricorn. That one is a ball of wool and some knit needles, and that was in memory of my mum. My daughter and I have matching ones. That one is just infinity with the kids' names on it because I love infinity for some reason. I'm not going to show you my feet, but both my feet are done. I've got one on my back, and that's it. Although they all do have meaning. I don't just get tattoos randomly for the sake of it. I don't think anybody does, but they'll have some sort of meaning. Right, so this is mine. I have got myself a pair of pyjamas, but that's all. I need to, this week, get myself another couple of things. And I've even made myself a new bauble this year, because I just can't be bothered. I want to have baubles on the tree. I think I've damaged my bag there. So my pyjamas, just pre-made ones again. Mine's were £11 cheap and cheerful. So that's them done. What we'll do next? My dad's chocolate. This was a box as well that I had in my stock cupboard. It's just a wee flip lid. Sorry, I need to take a drink because my throat's getting really dry and sore again. Another question, I've actually asked this a couple of times, what it is that's actually wrong with me. I'm not going to get into too much detail about my health at the minute, and then there's still quite a lot under investigation. But it's not, I'll just say, it's not life-threatening, it's just a pain in the arse, to put it properly. One thing has a knock-on effect on another, but I take a lot of medication. My medication just got changed actually, and I'm seeing a wee bit of difference since that happened. and then I just need to have a crack in the system now. So, my dad is an absolute chocoholic, but that'll be stopping because he's just been told that he is type 2 diabetes. So I don't even know why I'm giving him these. So he loves all of this, like the walnut whips, the fries, beans, and the Turkish delight. And he would prefer this in like a selection box or anything. Not looking very pretty, but hey ho. It is what it is. Like, I know the video as well, I apologise for that as well. So that's him. Just open it up. There's your squeeze, and he'll be happy. I'm trying. Oh, I forgot to put the bath bombs in. I need to find out whose bath bomb is whose now. Snow Fairy is my daughter's. Oh, I don't know if that's in these are Duncan's. Jeez, oh. I think he took the centre one. I've got the pudding. There we go. Bath bombs are in now. I can use this wee lush bag for my rubbish. So another question that I was asked was, oh, somebody asked me if I would do like a business budget, but no, that won't be happening because I don't do anything. I just get told how much money I have available, and then I decide what I'm doing with it. And it's just too much hassle. I've got enough going on without having to try and find time to record that. That might sound a bit rude, but it's all too technical for me. Obviously, I don't deal with all that side, and I don't really want to deal with all that side either. I prefer how it is now, and I don't get stressed. Right, so this is the hampers. So I get these which are already cut and made. This makes life a hell of a lot easier. I did used to for years, like use cellophane wrap, but these are amazing. Sorry. We just make life simple, simple. And then we will start. It's all sitting around a bit now. Right, we'll start with the shortbread. Sorry, I'm trying my best not to cough or anything. Shortbread biscuits. Sweeties. What will we do next? Do the bun. I put my Madeira cake in, a cherry cake, a packet of mince pies, and a packet of cupcakes. Oh, not even. Mince pies by sitting on them. So then it's just a wee plain and simple pull bowl ribbon thing. You can't even see what I'm doing, so I need to get better at this recording malarkey. Quiet because I'm concentrating. Like that, plain and simple. I need to reach my scissors to curl my ribbon. I've actually been doing these for a couple of years now for a couple of my neighbours and a couple of like my older relatives. They love it, they appreciate it, and it's something they're going to use, and so they're getting people gifts that are absolutely rubbish. Just cut that excess off. So it's a bit rubbish because you just can't even see it. I will take a picture and put it on. And I don't even know how to do the rest of them because they're quite noisy for on the video. So I'll probably just no bother. Although I'm not answering all my questions. I'll just quickly say another question that I was asked was like, why did I get into this and what I want to get out of it. Oh, there's bloody mince pies again. I keep sitting on them. Basically, when I started this, it was just kind of on a whim. I think it was just before Christmas last year. I was on TikTok and I just found, I think it was, she's on a budget. She was on TikTok and she was just going on about all the stuff that she was doing, and I was like, wow, this is quite interesting. So I kind of got a wee bit obsessed and was watching everything that she was doing on TikTok. Then I discovered that there was a small, at that point, a YouTube community. So I then got onto YouTube, started watching quite a lot of people, and then I thought, I'm going to give this a wee try. It took me a wee while to get my head around it, but I eventually started doing it. I can't even remember when I actually officially started, and then I can't even go back because I deleted all my old videos. But I think it may have been about March I started, and obviously there was bumps in the road and things, and I had been doing so well, and then like I had took quite unwell and I took a break from everything, and although during that time I didn't like go absolutely mental, but I wasn't properly budgeting, and then I made a decision for the money that I had in there to do something else with it. So at that point I had put quite a lot of all the money that was in all my envelopes into my emergency fund, which is why I now have a £1,500 emergency fund. I just thought that was better doing that than it just sitting there in temptation for me to spend it. It's in a bank account that I can't touch. Well, I mean, I could touch it if I needed to, but it's not one that I can access daily or willy-nilly. And then there was like another couple of purchases that I made throughout the year as well. My journey this year doesn't seem very big, but I'm happy that I've started this. I've learnt a lot, and I'm just thankful that I've managed to clear off some debts that I had, and I've not actually got any more debt. And my biggest achievement is probably Christmas. I could honestly say for Christmas, I couldn't tell you what I spent from previous years, and it was always a case of I was buying stuff and then putting them away and forgetting I had them, and then I was wrapping them, and then even when I was wrapping them I was like, well, that doesn't look like very much, so I was running out and buying more stuff to actually fill it up, and it was probably a bit keeping up with the Joneses. But my kids don't ask for anything. I'm very thankful in that sense that they don't expect anything, but they appreciate everything that they do get. Last year I did actually say to them, you've only got X amount, that's it, we're not going over that. And both of them were like, right, that's fine, no bother. But then I went over it, that was me. I went and bought them other stuff, and they were like, well, thanks very much, but we didn't really want you to do that, but we got it anyway and they were thankful. But this year I have been so good, and I think that actually sitting down with my wee self-made budgeting book. Next year I've got my lovely Scottish Highlander budgets, Christmas budget book. But actually sitting down and writing down who I'm going to buy for and how much I wanted to spend on them, I found that so helpful, because even like with the kids outside my family, although I don't really buy for everybody, it used to only be one, but now I've got another 3. I would go and buy her just everything and anything. I mean, I would, without blinking an eye, spend over £100 on her and not even realise. But by giving each of them an actual budget of how much I was going to spend on them, I've put more thought into actually as well what I'm buying them, and I'm actually quite pleased with what I bought, and I think they'll be useful and they'll like them, and that's the biggest thing for me. I've not actually finished writing up my Christmas spending, but I have come under budget, although I did use £70 of that towards like a charity thing. I'll explain that more when I'm doing my Christmas spending thing, but that's because I had that extra money there, and I thought I would use it for something better than the fact that I had £70 sitting there and I was just going to use it for the sake of using it for something else. So that's kind of something else I've learned from starting this journey as well, is just because I've got money there doesn't mean I need to spend it. I am being more thoughtful on purchases and probably not even buying anywhere near as much as what I would normally. I was quite thankful I had that Black Friday envelope as well, because I might have went a bit rogue and spent money I shouldn't have been spending over Black Friday, because I have always had a thing for Black Friday where I'm like, I need to buy something. This is a fantastic offer. So I did buy myself the trainers and a jacket, but those were needed as well. The trainers have been an absolute godsend in college when you're standing on your feet for all those hours. My feet had been killing me, but they're actually been okay since I actually started wearing them, and obviously with the absolute freezing temperatures we've had lately, my big duvet jacket thing has been a godsend for when you're standing at a bus stop or walking to the shops or anything. So those were good purchases, and I did save money on them at the time. And then the money that was left in it, I can't even remember what I bought with that, but it was in a budget last week, which I didn't do because I couldn't speak. But that was like conscious spending as well. So I've got to say that I have seen a big improvement on me having started this, and I've got money, albeit not a lot this year, but I have got money and I've done a lot, and I've had a few emergencies that have come up which I've had to deal with, but I've dealt with them and I've not went into more debt to deal with them. So I'm happy with how my journey's going, and hopefully next year's going to be even better, but we will talk about that in another video. I'm trying to think if there was one. This is quite boring because you're sitting looking at my table and probably my finger tapping. Another question that I was actually asked this a couple of times, which threw me, and I didn't realise so many people paid so much attention. I live in a rented house, but a lot of people were asking, like, at my bathroom there, when I had the issue, why I was paying to get the things sorted, and the answer basically is yes, it is a rented property, but I asked to make adaptations to this house to suit me, and I had to like sign a waiver so that anything that I changed that wasn't original, I was then responsible for. So like the bathroom, anything in the bathroom that goes wrong, I'm responsible for, because that's my bathroom. The same with the kitchen, everything really. I changed everything when I come in. The only thing that I wouldn't be responsible for at the minute is like my boiler and my radiators. I think that's the only thing that's still, I'm just gonna look, yeah, that's about the only thing. In the windows, those big things. So the other things are my responsibility because I changed them all. But that's what made me happy at the time, and also why I'm in such a mess financially, because I just went through a phase of spending, and that's the other thing, is I would normally, every year before Christmas, I would redecorate, and very nearly every year for the past 6 years I've had a new sofa, and I've not got a new sofa. I've still got the same sofa, still got the same wallpaper in that, and everywhere, I think. Well, apart from mine and my daughter's room, because she wanted to swap rooms, but I gave her like money from her Christmas towards her bed, and the rest of the stuff she bought herself, and she got the paint and all that. The room I've been into has got nothing done yet. I've just went in and that's it. I might give it a wee lick of paint after Christmas, and we'll see. But yeah, so learnt quite a lot, and I'm thankful for this journey, and I'm hoping next year's going to be bigger and better. I'll let you know in another video, and I'll keep saying that, but I'll hopefully get round to that this week, because I say I'm off this week, no college. So I've got plenty of time. So I will leave you, because I think this is kind of boring, just sitting looking at my table and all my mess, and there is a couple more questions, but I'll get to them another day. But thank you for watching, and I'll pop a wee picture up of the finished articles. Bye for now. I'm just popping back on because when I watched the video back, I realised you really couldn't see a single thing that I was doing very well. So I do apologise for that, and apologise for the noise, but unfortunately when you're working with cellophane and things like it, it's going to be noisy. But I really couldn't do anything about it, so I'm sorry. So this is the hampers finished. Shortbread, box of biscuits, tub of chocolates, 2 buns, mince pies and cupcakes. I do actually still have flowers, but I'm going to pick them up tomorrow before I go and hand them out, so they're nice and fresh. And that is those done. The Christmas Eve bags, you didn't really get to see them properly either, so that's the finished article of those. Then just fling the stuff in because I was lazy. And that's my dad's wee chocolate box. I've just put some ribbon and a bow on that to make it look a wee bit nicer. And yeah, that's me. This is almost the last of my Christmas uploads. I do have my roundup of what I've spent still to go. I'll maybe get that done a wee bit later on, although I've still got the food shop to do. So I'll probably do that near the end of the week, once I've finished all that. I hope you have enjoyed this wee series. I've really enjoyed doing it, and hopefully I'll still be around next year to do another one. I might even do some throughout the year for like gifts and that, don't know, we'll see. It's all about what you want to watch on my channel. I obviously just started this channel to be a wee bit more accountable for my actual spending, my budget, my money, which I'm loving, being held accountable. So if you want to see anything else, let me know. But that's it. Have a fantastic rest of the weekend. Have a great week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.